Hey YouTube, this is a video. I'm starting making it just before I go for my run, and I should finish it when I get back because today I'm going on a long run, nearly 7 miles, and I'm going to need some motivation. So when I get back, I'm going to do a beer review for Goblin, their traditional ruby beer, which is a really nice beer, and should be enough motivation for me to do the whole 7 miles and get back because I'm going to have a thirst on by the time I get back. And wish me luck, and I should see you in a few moments. Bye. Hello again YouTube, I'm back, although of course for you guys I haven't left. And I'm really pleased. I didn't do 7 miles, I did 6.2, but I did them in 50 and 63 minutes, which was really good time for me. So I think I've earned this. Now, this Hobgoblin is probably what I'd consider one of the mainstays of dark English ale. It's really nice, classic, it's from Witchwood, and let's give it a go. And the temperature I'm serving this at is room temperature, and because I'm a skint student, that's about 10 degrees centigrade. As you can see, it is actually a ruby colour. Gets a nice head on it. And it smells just a lovely barley and hops, as you'd expect from a beer, but a very rich, like the smell of a malting shed. Oh, look at that. This is glorious, this is. And just the first taste on the nose and on the tongue is very rich. This is a dark English ale, and it's very rich, very meaty. It's got sort of umami almost. It's meant to have sort of a chocolatey, rich flavour to it. It's got chocolate and crystal malts, and I definitely taste much more crystal than I do chocolate. I've had some beers that definitely did have that rich dark chocolate taste of a chocolate malt, but this has the refreshing taste of a crystal malt. It's just bitter and tangy and delicious on the tongue. I really recommend sort of Hobgoblin as a good mainstay beer. It's not a beer you want to get really pissed on, getting tanked up on it all night. It's a very heavy beer, and you won't enjoy the morning. But it's a very pleasant beer just to have a pint of. Goes very well with a meal, and if you're having a couple with mates, maybe a game of rugby on the telly. I wouldn't want to play a game of rugby after having a couple of these, but it's just fantastic for sitting and having a chat with, or just relaxing and enjoying. And the good thing about it is because Witchwood's a big brand, you can get it everywhere. All fairly good pubs, well, not all fairly good pubs, but quite a few fairly good pubs. In every town there will probably be a pub that sells a Hobgoblin, which is really good if you like the real ales. And it's a really good baseline beer because it's not got any fancy ingredients or anything. It's just a simple beer done really well, and from there you can sort of experiment out and try all sorts of different ones. The rest of the Witchwood range is really good, and then all sorts of fun ones. So I'm going to enjoy YouTube and finish my pint, and maybe the next videos will be me sampling, maybe from Witchwood, maybe a different brewer. If you have any suggestions, please tell me, and I might get myself a bottle and have a pint. So cheers, YouTube. Enjoy. Blast! I forgot to do all the fancy tasting, didn't I? I forgot to do all the toast and stuff like that. So I'll do that now. Yeah, sorry, that's far too pretentious for me. It's got that caramelised flavour, that quite dark caramelised flavour of really nicely done toast. Or maybe burnt toffee, you know, that sort of really caramelised sugars taste, which is part of what gives it its lovely colour. It's not particularly fruity beer, but it's got a lot of body, and some people describe it as citrusy, but well, it's crisp and has got like a that slight tang to it. I wouldn't describe it as citrus at all. I can see why people might, but I wouldn't. This sort of thing goes really well. Well, you can use it in cooking. Beef nail pie, it goes really well in. And stuff like, it goes really well with meat as well. I wouldn't say it goes well with white meats or fish. It's definitely a red meat sort of beer. Your classic sort of steak and ale, or steak and kidney pie, or just a steak. Can you tell I'm hungry? Yeah. But to get to the stats on this, it's got, I think it's 5.2% alcohol by volume. 5.2% alcohol by volume, which is nice. So yeah, that's my posh tastiness stuff. I hope I've remembered everything. That's the problem with doing a late night run after a long day and then having a beer and trying to review it. But once again, cheers YouTube.